That's a new business card. And this is Rana Jayant. I watched a video a few days ago by Ankit Srivastava. He is a YouTuber and he makes content around share market. He made a very good video which basically said that why you should live out of Bangalore. Of course, every city has its own problem, but then Bangalore is comparatively a little more expensive. And he made a very good video that why you should live in Bangalore and what would be the possible places and where he lives, right, and how he saves money. All sound good. Now in this video, we are going to do exactly opposite, but then the message is only for a category of people, not for everyone. If you are an employee working in an MNC and living here because company has forced you to come to office, that's good. We are not talking with you. This is with the people who want to start their startup or have already started their startup and want a very good atmosphere. There are a lot of benefits being in Bangalore because you will be able to meet a lot of amazing people who probably will be able to simplify the whole process of becoming a proper company or doing everything which is needed. So let us go to that one by one. Get started. The very first reason why you want to live in Bangalore is because the community. The Bangalore startup community is very, very active, and every week you will be having events which will be based on startups, funding, Web3, maybe technology related to you. It might be Docker, Kubernetes, cloud, or anything. So there are a lot of events which happen often on Bangalore weekends or general weekends, of course, and then you can go and see those events and improve your skills. In this community you will meet people who will be interesting from your domain and people whom you can probably hire or maybe just hire as a consultant, and they are going to make a lot of things easy for you. Let us go to the point number 2. The point number 2 is insecurity. When you are an employee or when you are a student, the insecurity is often that how can I get a job, or maybe how can I get a 15 LPA job or 40 LPA job, which is often represented in a lot of videos. But the insecurity changes when you come to Bangalore as a startup. Here the insecurity will be that how to get funding. The insecurity will be how to hire good employees, how to hire tech employees, how to hire remote employees who can sustain, how to hire marketers who can do marketing for your product. So you can simply see that when you are trying to live in with your family probably, or your friends, or maybe the hostel where a lot of students live or employees live, the mindset and the insecurity will be very, very different from the insecurity which you'll have here. Here you will worry about how to do the business properly rather than having a good job. And here again, there is one more benefit, which is you're not going to think about how to get a 40 LPA job while doing your startup. When you are among people who already have startups, you will often think about how did he grow? How can I adopt this strategy or that strategy from this startup? And then you'll be able to basically make that happen, or maybe a part of happen in your company, and that is very, very interesting. The third one, mindset of entrepreneurs. When you are coming here, when you are living in a house or a hostel, the mindset among people will be mostly limited to employees, because that is what the college teaches, that is what your faculty says, and that is what people around your placement officer talks about. The moment you are trying to be one among entrepreneurs who already have a very good atmosphere and where already a lot of failed startups, successful startups, and one-upreneurs, people who just want to start and become entrepreneur, are living here, the mindset will be very, very different, and you will see a very big difference in the thinking which you'll have when you will compare to the place where you are living. So if you can make it happen, this is one of the strongest point, because this is something which makes you think positively about the things you want to do in your life, and the people whom you will live in the Bangalore with and you will meet with in Bangalore are going to make things simpler for you. When you are starting a tech startup, often you would require experts who are doing things. Of course, you can go search online on YouTube that how to connect your React with DynamoDB or AWS and then make things happen, but many a times you may do mistake of security or many other issues which may come around. Now, when you are going to this events, you will see a diverse amount of people. There are different kind of events. There might be startup related event, there might be cloud community, there might be Google Cloud event, AWS event, Microsoft will conduct its Azure events. There will be also Kubernetes and Docker events. So all these events will give you a lot of things and a lot of connects, which will allow you to see various ways through which you will be able to develop your product, and this will be really interesting. Number 5, when you are getting started with a company, you will have a mindset that if this tool is costing me more, you are going to build it on your own. But many times you don't have to, because there are already startups who are in this space and who are trying to promote their product to the startup owners, and they want you to give some kind of free trial or maybe 1 year of free subscription to make things happen. So you don't need to start everything from scratch. When you come to Bangalore, you will have a lot of startups who want to promote themselves, and you will get these things for free. Let be it a 1 year subscription. If it is going to save you 1 year of tech resource, that is going to be very valuable for your startup. So you'll have contacts and you will have special offers which actually runs through some of the community. For example, eChai or IMAIM community, which is very much specific to these people or startup founders who are in Bangalore. So when you come through this, you will be able to enjoy, and you will be able to have fun and save money on the tech stack or some of the solutions which will be available to you. Number 6, funding. Let me ask you a question. Are you looking for funding? Are you looking for funds to run your startup? Well, probably the answer will be yes, you are looking for it. Well, it becomes simpler here being in Bangalore, because many a times you'll have this angel investors as well as VC founders as the people who will be speaking in the events. So post the event, you will be able to connect with them. This is also a process of filtering a lot of startups. So the reason why these VC founders or VC partners come and speak to these events, because they want good startup for themselves. So when you are in a culture where there is already a mindset and people know you, it will be easier for you to get funds. Also, while you are trying to raise funds, different kind of VCs will have different kind of priorities, and because you are already among startups and then the founders, they will be able to give you some kind of tips or probably the existing experience they had with the VC. So you'll be able to basically cash on the top of that, and you will be able to prepare on the top of it, and that basically helps you in raising funds for your company. Number 7, have you heard that Bangalore is known for Silicon Valley of India? Yes, that's true. But then the way I see it, it is actually bigger than Silicon Valley, because the value and the people who are working on startups is multiplied in magnitudes compared to the people who are actually in Silicon Valley. So Silicon Valley, you will see that the houses are not big, or there is no specific sector for that where startups are working. But when you come to Bangalore, you have HSR, you have Koramangala, where a lot of startups are registered there and working. There is in fact a startup street where you can go, and literally you will see that there are a lot of big buildings which are actually dedicated to startups. So you will see Khata Book, you will see Dealshare, Udan. There are many companies who are actually based in this, and once you see from that point of view, you'll be really motivated to start your own startup, and or to push it further to make your startup successful. We were talking about global names. So when you're trying to approach, let's say Y Combinator or Sequoia or any other kind of VC fundraise companies or the investors, they are going to understand that you are from this city. That means that you are likely mature and you likely know the things which goes through the business process. Or if you are getting stuck, you'll have people behind you who can help you. And because they know the city, it makes little bit easier, not a lot, to raise funds, and it becomes a little bit convenient to talk with them and also get support if someone already knows those people. Because being here just for 2.5 months to 3 months, I have met more than 4 people who have actually raised through Y Combinator, and these contacts are very valuable, because man, those people will give you tips. When you go to Indian investors, they are going to ask you a lot of metric, a lot of traction, a lot of things they will negotiate with. But when you already have contacts who have already raised 2.5 million, 3 million or 5 million, 100 million, these people are really going to help you. So I won't say that the day you come here you will have these contacts, but as you go to communities and events and meetups, you will find these people, and then you have to build the rapport to discuss further. Do you remember this business card which I shown you in the beginning of the video? This is especially dedicated to people who will be meeting in the meetups. I will be basically writing a coupon code here. There is a border here, you can see where it is written coupon code, and I'll be basically writing coupon code, and I will be giving to specific people who might be a fit for my product after qualifying that they are actually a fit, right? So beta users, finding beta users actually becomes easier, and when you are trying to talk with founder or someone who is actually working in a startup, they already have the pain, they already understand the pain you go through and they have gone through, so they likely try to help you in the points which are very very important to make your product successful. So finding beta users again becomes easier through this community, and then you will be able to make your product more and more mature, and then you will be able to grow it further. Now, having said that, the online community cannot be pushed down, but then when you have physical contact with people and when you go and meet them, it builds a very very stronger relationship, and you will be able to make it happen with more confidence and more technology and much more efficient way possible. So those were the benefits of being in Bangalore. If you are someone who is trying to come to Bangalore, visit Draper House, visit Keonix, which is in HSR. Draper House is, by the way, in Koramangala. I go there quite often, and if you see me, say me hello, and I would like to welcome you there, and I will probably make you meet more and more people from your community. I'm not being paid for doing that, but then I have got a lot of benefit from these communities, and I hope that by making this video I'll be able to take this message to more people, and we'll have probably a few good entrepreneurs from our country. So that's all, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.